We're looking at the back pages now, Benty, with Tesco Mobile for Business. Pressure, as you can be well aware, is continuing to grow on the Manchester United manager.
David De Gea has to score this. He's saved by the diving Rooney down into his left-hand side. And it's Villarreal that win the Europa League for 2021.
Manchester United simply were not ruthless or good enough. Manchester United 0, West Ham 1.
Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 1.
Referee Craig Pawson blows his whistle and it has finished. Leicester City 4, Manchester United 2.
Wow, this is a capitulation from the Reds at home at Old Trafford. It's now Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5.
I accept the responsibility. That is mine today and it's mine going forward.
How come Luke Shaw was so brilliant at the Euros and then plays like that? How come Harry Maguire looks so assured for England and then plays like that? How come all of that is happening? How can David De Gea be playing so well this season and yet they're conceding so many goals?
That signing of Ronaldo will be his undoing, because it will be the narrative, it will be the stick that's used against him every single time something doesn't work the way it should do.
First time ever we've ever walked out of a football game with Man United. The game's against Aston Villa, Villarreal, Everton. There's no football whatsoever. Ollie's lost the plot.
I mean, the stats are just damning, aren't they? You know, the physical stats, the numbers now that we can see where United are bottom of the table in so many areas of their defensive play. You can't hide behind that.
If Ollie loves this club as much as he says he does, resign.
Right, here we go. Some papers this morning. You ready to get yourself strapped in, Benty?
Yeah.
Okay. Some papers this morning suggest that United board are lining up potential successors to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, Cristiano Ronaldo, correctly in my opinion, has said that the players must take certainly some of the blame. First question, Benty. Has Solskjaer lost the dressing room?
I wouldn't say he's lost the dressing room.
No, neither would I, actually.
I wouldn't say he's lost the dressing room because I think some of the players are still playing for him. I don't think they're down tools, Manchester United players, but I just don't think they've been good enough. I think it's quite simple as that. I don't think they're as good as everyone made them out to be. Now, I remember at the start of the season, I said out of that top four, I think they were the worst out of the four. And people said, but they've added Ronaldo, they've added Varane, they came second last season, they've added Sancho, and you still think they're going to be worse. And I went, yeah, simply for the fact that I think they've strengthened in the wrong areas. I think Varane was a good signing because they needed it. But to say Jadon Sancho, for me, who's a top player, that was not what they needed. They had Greenwood, they've got Ronaldo, they've got Cavani, they've got Rashford, they've got players. Scoring goals for Manchester United last season wasn't the problem. It was defensively. And again now, they've got no centre midfielder. We've all been banging on about holding midfielder.
I think that's where he leaves himself open as much as anything, Benty. I agree with you. I think Varane was an absolute must of a signing, and I think eventually he'll still turn into a good signing. But where I struggle to come to terms with playing Fred and McTominay.
Yeah,
particularly at the weekend. I get it, Ben. If he wants to play Fred McTominay and he's hoping to hold it for a nothing each and defensively two of them sit, yeah, I get that. But looking at that performance, dear me, defensively, Benty, they were absolutely all. I just saw the first goal again there on the television. You could have driven a bus through the heart of the defence.
Honestly, but McTominay and Fred, listen, I get that because people say, well, I wouldn't play them, but then you've got to play somebody because I can only think of the three. Quite clearly, Pogba doesn't want to play that role. So, and when I look at Pogba in terms of when he plays that holding role, like his best work is either coming off the left or when he's driving forward, when he's got someone like a Kante next to him.
Yeah.
Because Pogba's problem when he's playing holding midfield is that he doesn't sense danger. Now, if you're a holding midfield player, you'll always be looking at positions on the pitch and you'll be thinking, right, if he loses the ball there, am I in a position to affect it? If he loses it, it's always like what happens next.
Yeah.
But when Pogba's got the ball and he's playing that holding role, when he's going forward, he's not thinking about, well, if I turn the ball over here, what's going on behind me? Yeah. Because he just doesn't want to play that role. So I think for Ollie, he's got some big decisions to make, and he might end up, if he wants to play this whole pressing game, then he might have to kind of bite it a little bit and go, you know what, Ronaldo has been good, but Cavani in terms of energy, pressing, working hard from the front is a far better option than Ronaldo.
100%.
Because whenever Cavani comes on, he runs around, he works hard. I think there was that one bit of footage going around where Ronaldo was 10 yards away and Cavani ran from the other side of the pitch to shut someone down. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if he wants to survive much longer in this role, he's going to have to start making some big decisions, and that means leaving big players out.
It's funny, Benty, I don't know whether you agree or not. Looking at that, you're looking at the league, I actually think probably the two best teams in the forward areas that play when they don't have the ball are Liverpool and City. And by that I mean getting the ball back.
Oh, they pressed like crazy.
I couldn't believe Liverpool sitting in the pub on Sunday having a couple of pints with the boys, and I kept saying to the lads, look at Liverpool, 15, 20 minutes to go, 10 outfield players, 40 yards, 50, 45 yards from their own goal, defending, back Salah, back, pressing, going to get the ball. They were absolutely, I mean, we're obviously talking about how poor United were, that goes without saying, but Liverpool were absolutely magic.
Honestly, when they press in, City are very good at doing it as well. But that's a typical Pep team and a Klopp team. But when you look at, say, Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester City, when they press from the front, you can see there's real intent to get the ball back. They're not doing it for the sake of it. When I watch United, certainly the last few games, I'm seeing individuals going to press, but they're going to press, and you know what it's like, just to appease the fans. They've got absolutely no chance of winning the ball, but it's like, well, I need to be seen as I'm doing something. So let me just do a pointless sprint to try and shut down, I don't know, Van Dijk, just to show the fans that, look, I am trying. Rather than thinking, well, you know what, let me just hold my position, let them play in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know who I was going to mention? Do you know who's absolutely unbelievable at it? Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He is unbelievable. But they know they've been coached, and they go on a trigger. There's no point in Bernardo Silva going if the boy behind them's not ready to go.
At all. 100%.
So they know when they lose it, they'll go. The 3 or 4 of them will go. First one goes, the 2 in behind.
It's like a trigger.
Go. I've got to say, I couldn't believe Bernardo Silva again. He's unbelievable when he's not getting the ball.
Unbelievable. In terms of working hard, and as you said, it only works if you're all in tandem. So, like,
correct.
He might go and think, oh, it's not the right opportunity yet. Then once he goes, then you're right. Gabriel Jesus might go. Then De Bruyne might come in behind him. Then Kyle Walker might squeeze up on that side. But as I said, you see at the weekend with Manchester United, Ronaldo might go when he knows full well he can't get the ball, but it's appeasing the fans. They just go, they pop it to Henderson, who just comes in behind him, and then they're away, and you have 2 to 3 players down.
Talk to me about his pass, Henderson's pass.
Oh my goodness, he doesn't get enough credit for that type of stuff.
I said it yesterday, mate. If it'd been another way about, if Ronaldo had made the pass or Messi had made the pass, we'd be raving about it.
Unbelievable.
I thought it was phenomenal ball.
Do you know what's good about that goal as well in terms of the pass is extraordinary, but it comes down to relationships. The moment Jordan Henderson wins the ball back, Salah's on his bike.
He's on his bike.
He doesn't even look.
He knows.
He just knows that, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
So, and I think that comes down to good coaching, Ali. Them kind of triggers and the way you attack, the way you defend, the way you press together, that all comes down to what happens on the training pitch. Because you can't just do that like that. It doesn't work like that. 100%. Not at that level.
United keep Solskjaer, Bente. Where are they finishing this season?
7th. They will not. If they keep the Solskjaer the whole season.
Did you know that was coming?
Honestly, 7th.
That's an unbelievable answer.
Any top team can play against, if they're going to play like that, they played against Liverpool and Atalanta, any of the top 8 teams could beat them on any given day. I mean, Chelsea, Manchester City and Liverpool will be wiping their hands with that. We just seen Liverpool do it.
I know, I've got to say, I mean, I looked at Brighton City again at the weekend. City looked unbelievable. And by the way, Brighton played well.
Exactly.
On it, I enjoyed it. It was a proper game, wasn't it? Brighton had a wee go. They thought to themselves, well, we're going to take you on at your own game, which, it's brave. It's brave.
It's brave. But you know what? I don't mind that from Graham Potter and Brighton, because I'd rather see, listen, Manchester City are a phenomenal team with phenomenal players. So really, if you sit in there and try and wait to get beat, they'll probably beat you anyway. So you might as well go, you know what?
Let's have a go.
Let's have a go.
I know.
Why not?
I tell you what it did. It made for a great spectacle. I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, we were spoiled. I know I keep saying it. You think of some of the football we're seeing this year. Absolutely tremendous.
That Liverpool-Man City game was the one, I think, so far.
That was ridiculous. Second half. Absolutely.
Up, down.
I've never seen a game like that in years. I know.
Two teams going, you know what? We want to win this.
Yeah. Just bang, we'll have some of it.
That's me.
But it's funny, because Liverpool and City, I think, are capable of producing that against each other. But if you bring Chelsea into the equation, who have got a chance of winning the league, the Champions League, whole bit, I don't think you'll get as entertaining a game.
No, because I think Thomas Tuchel will find a way to nullify. I mean, he did work against City, but certainly Liverpool first half, Chelsea were brilliant until they went down to 10 men.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.